All right. I'm going to give you one of the most fastest damaging build for Dagger I've found. I'm going to go over the upgrades I use, all the perks I'm currently running, and what I want to use once I have all 6 slots. Currently I have 4, and I'll go over what relics I look for each match. So let's get into it. First off, let's go through the upgrades I use, which is Quick Strike and Steadfast Power. Quick Strike makes it so your slashes get faster after every 4 successful hits, but up to a certain amount. And Steadfast Power makes your attacks get stronger up to a certain amount again, the more times you spend without using dash. So much like Quick Strike, but it resets after every dash you use. You could use the upgrade stabs as well, which makes your light attacks deal more damage, but you lose some range in your attacks. Basically, you need to be right next to any enemy you fight. Using either Steadfast Power or Stabs is good, but Stab does do a little bit more damage, but I like to have my range. I don't mind not dashing with Steadfast Power. That is because I can get around perfectly fine with my jump attack with the daggers. It's just what I prefer. You can pick between the two. Either are great. Now, if you don't have 2 slots for upgrades, I would go with just Quick Strike. The increase in attack speed is much nicer alone than the damage with no increase in attack speed. And the attack speed also benefits you putting status effects on like Expose and Weakened and also Mark. Now let's go over the perks you'll be using. First, I'll go over the current 4 I run because I am only feat level 11. And after, I'll show you what I'll add for the full 6 slots. So I run Immeasurable Love for the healing under 40% health at max level, of course. Renewal of Dust for the 100% extra dust when defeating monsters so I can level it faster in each match, which means more stats. Rejuvenated Vigor for the 50% better chance of getting those rare and epic relics, of course, again, at max level. And Imperial Deceptiveness for the extra 100% critical damage while your co-strike counter level is above 18. And again, that is at max rank. Now quickly, I'll show you the 2 extra perks I would use if I had the full 6 perk slots open. Then I'll go over the reasons why I choose these perks. For the 5th perk slot, I'll go with Morphology of Justice. And for the 6th, I'll take Fortitude of Heart. Okay, so I'm gonna go over my reasonings for choosing these perks. Immeasurable Love is pretty straightforward. You're melee, so you're more open to getting hit than ranged. Also, it's a passive heal. It's amazing. Next, Renewal of Dust, because like I said earlier, more levels equal more stats, which is very important for you and the team. Rejuvenated Vigor, because most of the big damaging relics are rare and epic, so it is really important you get as much of those as you possibly can every match. Imperial Deceptiveness, because you can stack 100% critical damage on top of the 250% critical damage from the rare relic, which I'll go over later. And also on top of the passive critical damage you get from upgrading your own dagger. The main idea for this build is to be hitting and critting as much as possible for those big DPS numbers. Morphology of Justice over Cosmic Rebirth, because there isn't a guarantee you're going to be full HP most of the time. And being that, it's tough. Not impossible, but it's just tough. You're more likely to be full dust from doing torture chambers and bosses than full HP doing all those things. And last, Fortitude of Heart, because again, you're melee, so having some extra HP is nice throughout the whole match, and especially at the beginning. Having some survivability is great because you can't do damage when you're dead. Now for the relics. I'm going to show you all the relics I'm looking for, and I'll point out to the ones that are the most important and why. First off, here is all the common relics I'm looking for, and here are the ones I'm wanting to have before any others. Cruel Harpy Feather is super important because all you're going to be doing is light attacks to keep up your attack speed for one of the perks you are using. Clerical Sea Lice? Think I said that right. Whatever. But it's important so you can get 100% crit even faster than you already are. Fruit of the Insatiable and Braid of Dist for more HP per point in Vitality. And the minus 30% damage is amazing for melee and honestly every weapon in general. Now, these are the rare relics I'm looking for, and again, I'll point out the ones that are more important to make sure you have and why. So here they are. Now, here are the rare relics I want to get before everything else. First, Holy Book of Hymns, because you want to be stacking as much critical damage as possible, and this gives you a max of 250%, which is absolutely insane. Blessed Chains, because all you're going to be doing is light attacks, so who cares about the lower heavy attack damage. Tusk of Siriato, no idea if I'm saying that one right, but 125% damage against any monster stunned, weak, exposed, or marked is, again, insane. And then any of the relics, including the epic relic that gives you a status effect, so you're not relying on others to have them. Because you can't control other players' actions, you can only control yours. Trust me, it makes sense. Now for the epic relic. Here are all the ones I'm looking for. Now, the most important ones are Melded Bishop Ring and Preserved Heretic Head. Why? Because it increases your damage by 125%, which also stacks with Tusk of Siriato. Again, I have no idea if I'm saying that right. And the missiles from Preserved Heretic Head is actually pretty damn good with how fast you're attacking, which stacks up nicely. But that is it. So go out, have some fun with this. This is what I use when I'm using daggers, so I thought I'd share it with you all. But please let me know what you think, and if you have any changes to it, or even what you like to run personally with your daggers, or any other weapons. I'd love to hear from everyone. So feel free to let me know in the comments, or if you want to talk to me directly, I do stream on Twitch every Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. PST. Even if I'm not playing 33 Immortals, come and chat about anything. It doesn't have to be related to what I'm playing, because honestly, I play a lot of games, and I'd love to talk about all of them. So here's my Twitch, or you can grab the link from my channel page. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.